Hello, I'm Simon Whistler, you're watching TopTenzNet, and in the video today, we're looking at 10 amazing and successful plus-size actresses. It isn't exactly a secret that Hollywood has some pretty unfair standards when it comes to beauty. Look at the fact that Amy Schumer is considered big by conventional celebrity standards. Women don't get a lot of great roles in the movies and on television unless they're a size 2 and traditionally beautiful. That is, unless they're okay with being purely comic relief. But despite what casting directors around Tinseltown want to try to stress to us in movies, not every woman on the planet looks like Rose Byrne or Sandra Bullock. Here are some of the best plus-size women who have ever graced the big screen.
The top 10 amazing and successful plus-size actresses. Number 10. Monique. It's weird, but actors and actresses with just one name don't typically get the kind of recognition or respect they deserve. For Monique, a renowned stand-up comedian who really got her acting start on shows like Moesha and The Hughleys, it's been a long road to acclaim and respect. There's no denying her talent after a scintillating performance in Precious, for which she won an Academy Award in a role she took in order to raise awareness for sexual abuse victims. It's kind of amazing looking back at movies like Beer Fest, in which she was absolutely hilarious, by the way, and realizing that's an actress who would soon enough be honored with the highest award in her profession. Unfortunately, her career hasn't quite taken off the way she probably would have hoped since bringing home that glorious golden statue, which she attributes to supposedly being blackballed by Hollywood. Number 9. Rebel Wilson. Now, before you say anything, yes, Rebel Wilson is basically used as comic relief, but while there are many actresses who could fit the bill, she's become a standout in the role of the weird, blunt, hilarious woman in movies like Bridesmaids and Pitch Perfect. The Australian comedian is one of the funniest, most outrageous women working in the industry today, and certainly has no shortage of opportunities ahead of her. Yes, her short-lived sitcom Super Fun Night crashed and burned, but she's going to make another splash in Pitch Perfect 3 and has branched out to steal scenes in movies like Michael Bay's underrated Pain and Gain, and will soon be seen in Sacha Baron Cohen's film Grimsby alongside stalwarts like Ian McShane, Mark Strong, and Penelope Cruz. Number 8. Gabourey Sidibe. Few young actresses have burst onto the scene quite the way Gabourey Sidibe did with her star-making turn in the movie Precious, which we already mentioned as having garnered Monique an Oscar and got Sidibe a nomination for Best Actress. These days, she's continued her ascent in the wildly popular series Empire, and is also in the upcoming movie Grimsby alongside Rebel Wilson. Sidibe has moved a bit away from movies, appearing in television shows like American Horror Story and The Big C, in addition to her role on Empire. Not only that, but she's also one of the stars of the Hulu original series Difficult People. Basically, the former Oscar nominee is currently, quietly, beginning to assert her complete dominance over the small screen, even though most people will only think of her as that girl from Precious. Number 7. Shelley Winters. The late, great Shelley Winters is more than likely sadly forgotten by many of today's youth, but she was a tremendous talent in her day, appearing in movies like A Place in the Sun, Lolita, Alfie, and The Poseidon Adventure, along with numerous television appearances. For most people these days, she's probably best remembered as Roseanne's abrasive, blunt mother on the legendary sitcom Roseanne. Along with the films listed above, she was a 2-time Academy Award winner for the films The Diary of Anne Frank and A Patch of Blue, and received 2 more nominations during her 50-year career. One of those nominations came for the aforementioned Poseidon Adventure, in which she shared the screen with Gene Hackman and stole every scene she was in, particularly with her heroic death scene in that film. Ooh, I guess that's a spoiler alert for a 43-year-old movie. The only reason she's not a little higher on this list is the fact that when she began her career, she was a blonde bombshell and only later transitioned into plus-size territory as she grew older into the later stages of her career. Number 6. Jennifer Hudson. It's kind of amazing to reflect on Jennifer Hudson's career at this point, isn't it? The former American Idol also ran has become one of the most successful women working today, and with the incredible accolades she's collected, the only reason she's not higher on this list is the fact that she's no longer what anyone with a brain would consider plus size. But that doesn't change the fact that when she skyrocketed to fame, she fell firmly into that category. The now svelte Hudson has pretty much proven she can do it all in show business, earning an Oscar and a Grammy, putting her halfway to becoming one of the very few people to ever pull off the coveted EGOT, Emmy, Grammy, Oscar, and Tony. And at the age of 33, there's still plenty of time left for her to pull off that feat, only now she'll be doing it as a thin performer rather than the previously plus-sized superstar that she used to be. Number 5. Queen Latifah. Queen Latifah may not be as accomplished an actress as some of the other names on this list, but in terms of sheer star power, few plus-size women are in her stratosphere. The hip-hop legend started out on the small screen in television shows like The Fresh Prince of Bel-Air and Living Single, but she really started to make a big-time impression in movies with her performance in the Academy Award-winning Chicago. The larger-than-life personality and charisma Queen Latifah possesses has led her to headlining movies with the likes of Steve Martin, Will Ferrell, and Dolly Parton, among others. It's also led her to running and starring in her own daytime talk show. She's pretty easily handled the worlds of music, television, and movies, winning a Golden Globe and a Grammy, and earning an Academy Award nomination, making her one of the most powerful plus-size women in the show business industry. Number 4. Octavia Spencer. Over the last couple of decades, Octavia Spencer has been quietly putting together one of the most impressive resumes of any actress working in Hollywood. The Academy Award-nominated actress for a role in The Help made her first on-screen appearance in A Time to Kill and has been working steadily with movies like Being John Malkovich, Bad Center, Fruitvale Station, and Snowpiercer. She's equally adept at comedy and drama and has proven she can shine in genre films as well, appearing in the film Insurgent in a pivotal role, as well as in the second Percy Jackson film. She's one of the rare actresses who can switch back and forth between manic hilarity and somber seriousness at a moment's notice, which is just one of the reasons she's become one of the go-to actresses of her generation. Number 3. Margo Martindale. You know how people refer to character actors as that guys? Well, Margo Martindale definitely qualifies as the female version of a that girl, after appearing in projects like Lonesome Dave and $1 Million Baby, before really gaining fame with her Emmy-winning turn in the second season of the television show Justified. It was in that show that she became a genuine critical darling, later evidenced by her Emmy nomination for her guest role on the acclaimed series The Americans. While she hasn't had the big movie appearances that some other actresses on this list have on their resumes, though she did have a high-profile role opposite Meryl Streep in August, Osage County, her talent is undeniable. Her performance as Mags Bennett in Justified is revered as one of the greatest villainous turns in recent TV history, her combination of power, charisma, vulnerability, and intimidation lighting up the screen with every appearance. Number 2. Kathy Bates. Perhaps no other plus-size actress has enjoyed as acclaimed a career as Kathy Bates, who first really emerged as a major Hollywood force with her starring role in the movie Misery, and has kept churning out great performance after great performance for the past couple of decades. Her roles are legendary and far-ranging, from portraying the unsinkable Molly Brown in Titanic, a memorable guest turn on The Office, and most recently a high-profile starring turn on American Horror Story. Bates is so revered that you can pretty much count on any performance she gives, earning her some kind of nomination, be it of the Golden Globe, Emmy, or Academy Award variety. She received her first Tony Award nomination in 1983 and has steadily been raking in the accolades ever since. Kathy Bates has become the type of actress who, when you cast her, you're automatically adding a prestige tag to your production. Number 1. Melissa McCarthy. The reigning box office champ among plus-size actresses, Melissa McCarthy is pure gold whenever she's on screen. She's earned Oscar and Emmy nominations for her performances in Bridesmaids and Mike and Molly respectively, and was the featured star in a recent smash success, Spy, in which she held court alongside the like of Jason Statham and more than held her own in a film that was both critically and publicly acclaimed. The 45-year-old actress may have risen to fame a little later than she probably deserved, compared to her famous cousin Jenny, who gained fame early and then showed people that she was basically an insane person as she got older. And yes, they are actually cousins, but she has been working steadily over the past few years. She's not just a comedic talent either. Sure, she's great with pratfalls and physical comedy, but she's also great at nuanced, subtle choices in movies like St. Vincent, and is the featured attraction in the Ghostbusters reboot.
So I really hope you enjoyed that video about women who are slightly larger, who have successfully made it in Hollywood. If you did, I'd love it if you gave us a like below, it really helps out. Also, do subscribe to our channel, brand new stuff just like this 7 days a week. And over there on the right, gonna link over to a couple of other videos you might enjoy. One is the top 10 on-screen performances that made the actors real life hell, like they were so convincing that people started hating them because they hated their character. And then below that, there is the top 10 actors who dropped out of school and still went on to be super successful. So enjoy those and thank you for watching.